Super Smash Bros. Ultimate capped at 82 playable characters, which makes it the largest fighting game roster of all time by a wide margin. But if you can't play as noob, then what's the point? Instead of focusing on the incredible selection of iconic characters available in this game, I wanted to look at the glass half empty and figure out who is the worst character addition in Smash history. Anyone that's kept up with my channel probably could have figured out who I'd pick without even seeing the thumbnail for this video.
None whatsoever.
God, another reason to hate Corrin. Let's just trade Almond Celica for Corrin. I see this as an absolute win. I'm not going to stop making Smash Bros videos anytime soon, and I look forward to continue going out of my way to make fun of Corrin. But I also think it's worth mentioning who else is in the running for this unfortunate accolade. Rob and Mr. Game & Watch are two retro reps that are rather devoid of personality, but they're both significant parts of Nintendo's history that should be remembered for better or for worse. I think I'd rather have the Virtual Boy. Min Min and Piranha Plant share the distinction of being two DLC characters that no one asked for, but at least they have unique movesets. I don't know, I'm trying to find nice things to say about everyone here. Come on! If you look up unnecessary in the dictionary, you'll find Pichu and Dr. Mario, but they came into the series as clones in Melee, so at least there hasn't been much development time put into them. They're like a cousin that annoys the shit out of you, but you only see them around the holidays. Look, I know I have the chair, but I don't play Fortnite! Roy is also a Melee clone, but I'm lumping him in with Byleth because they're both Fire Emblem characters, and I like segues. Byleth suffered from being announced at the end of a DLC Fighter Pass full of iconic third-party characters, in addition to being yet another custom character sword wielder from Fire Emblem. At least Three Houses is a great game, and they incorporated other weapons into Byleth's moveset. Roy was added to Smash even before his game Fire Emblem The Binding Blade release, and has continued to have the same Marthax gameplay since Melee. At least he's a clone character, and we didn't have to pay extra for him. Wait. But if there's one character that encapsulates all the problems that Fire Emblem has in Smash and more, it is definitely Corrin. We always talk about how Byleth made a really bad first impression with their reveal, but Corrin was a disappointment before it was cool. How did Nintendo follow up the amazing character reveals of Ryu and Cloud as DLC in Smash 4? With an incredibly obvious marketing ploy, of course. Corrin was announced as the second to last DLC character from Fire Emblem Fates, a character no one knew from a game that hadn't even been released yet, with a trailer that just ripped a cutscene directly from said game. Yeah, time is a circle. If I could pick one point in time where the Smash community's opinion towards Fire Emblem turned for the worse and never recovered, it was Corrin's release trailer. I love Fire Emblem, and even I was pissed about their addition. Nintendo and Sakurai say they love bringing iconic video game characters to life in Smash, but it doesn't take having a marketing degree like me to know that Corrin's addition to the game was 100% to push product for Fates. The Fire Emblem franchise was on life support until the success of Fate's predecessor Awakening, so maybe they felt the need to include Corrin in Smash to ensure the game was a success. Sir, do we need to add Corrin in Smash DLC? I mean, we already got Lucina and Robin on the base roster.
They took out Petting in the American version. How else are we supposed to sell this game?
I actually think Corrin has one of the most interesting sword character movesets in Smash. Their ability to transform part or all of their body into a dragon gave Sakurai the flexibility to create some really interesting attacks. Adding Corrin's Sword of the Spoiler, the Yado, being the only forward smash in the game that does damage while being charged, and you have a rather unique moveset. But don't worry, they still gave Corrin a counter. Come on, it's a sword character in Smash, they can't get too creative. The problem is that Corrin is yet another in an endless line of Fire Emblem sword characters added to Smash Bros. Like Pokemon has tons of types, Fire Emblem has a huge selection of weapon classes to choose from that aren't represented in Smash since they always opt to include sword characters. Robin and Byleth are the closest thing we've gotten to non-sword users, and they still use one. I get that the majority of Fire Emblem's protagonists wield a sword, but Smash has missed out on adding so many other interesting characters instead that use other weapons. Put in Hector, Micaiah, Tabarn, Harv, Jill, Celica, any of the three house leaders, anyone. Hey Sakurai, can we please get a regular Fire Emblem character in Smash 6?
今回.
Okay, good talk. All this would have likely been forgotten and forgiven if Fire Emblem Fates was a good game and Corrin was full of personality in it, but if there's one thing that Sakurai is good at, it's nailing the source material. Corrin is as bland in Smash as they are in their own game, and Fire Emblem Fates is commonly seen by fans as one of those games that they would rather sweep under the rug in the series. We can't all thrive off of negativity. I didn't have a 3DS when the games dropped, but I heard from friends and other Fire Emblem fans that the Fates trio, yes there are 3 games, see it really is just like Pokemon, are some of the worst in the series. Sure, I've been blindly hating the game since release, but I wasn't going to make an entire video about it without doing my homework first. So I cheated and watched 8 hours of cutscenes from Fates. I never said that I used my time on Earth well. I didn't realize going into this video how different all 3 games were. The games center on a war between 2 countries named Nora and Oshido. In Fire Emblem Conquest, Corrin sides with Nor, who kept Corrin in a tower their whole life, but Camilla's on that side, so sacrifices have to be made. Fire Emblem Birthright follows Corrin's story if they side with the Hoshido to defeat the Nor because they are their actual family, but also not really, and in the final version of the game, Fire Emblem Revelations, you side with neither nation in order to defeat the invisible enemy that's been causing the war between Nor and Hoshido. Yes, this game is as complicated as it sounds. I decided to focus on Revelations for the sake of time and my sanity. Shoutouts to Chi Montana for giving me permission to use his playthrough footage in this video. You're a lifesaver. The first thing that you'll notice about this game is that everyone really loves Corrin, especially their siblings who waste no time in pushing how far the phrase suggestive themes can go. You can't spell incest without the letter T. The only one that really dislikes Corrin is the king, who no one seems to notice is super evil. I get being the game's protagonist, but this entire game never stops revolving around Corrin. Everything is about what Corrin's doing and how special they are, to the point that Corrin even has their own special on-map mechanic called Dragon Veins. I wish someone thought my Dragon Veins were special. I think the term Mary Sue is overused when describing characters in media, but when your biggest character flaw is trusting people too much, you definitely qualify. I think Intelligent Systems made Corrin the bland personality chameleon that gets along with everyone, because Fates is also a part-time dating sim. Male Corrin can marry any female party members in the game, and female Corrin can marry any male party members. And I mean any. I was supposed to punish you with this whip, but I turned it into a ball.
Wow, Gunter, you turned something meant to punish me into a toy. You're like a father to me.
Cool. Wanna get married?
Yes, please.
This is weird. Did I mention that the kids you have get put into an alternate dimension called the Deep Realm that rapidly ages them so that they can be old enough to fight for you in the war immediately after birth? Maybe having Steven smash isn't so bad. The game is just extremely out there, even for a Fire Emblem game. Yes, the series has always had fantasy elements like magic wielders, people that can transform into animals, and the occasional god killing, but Revelations takes it to another level. The plot is so convoluted, and the fantasy elements just keep coming out of nowhere, so whenever you start to think that this game is actually kind of dope, you just get hit with another what the fuck moment that knocks you off balance again. Alright, next we're gonna walk up this endless staircase here to go see the Rainbow Sage, who's also secretly a dragon and made Corrin's chainsaw sword, but Corrin can't tell us why yet, since if they do, they'll die from a secret curse. Wait, where are you guys going? This game actually has more bright spots than I expected, though. The majority of your party members in the game are interesting, likable characters. Except Perry. Keep her the fuck away from me! With Azura and Elise being my favorites. If it were up to me, I would have put Azura and Smash over Corrin because they're just a more interesting character overall, and a dancer class character would have been really cool to have. As ridiculous as the game's plot is, it was at the very least entertaining. There's some emotional moments, and I wanted to keep watching to see what wild event happened next. I've also heard that Fates has some of the most challenging gameplay of the series to give hardcore Fire Emblem fans a reason to play. You gotta be willing to look the other way on some stuff though. Fates is easily the worst Fire Emblem games I've experienced, but I still came out of this video with a more positive opinion of the games than I was expecting. Corrin is still the worst character addition in Smash history, though. There haven't been that many bad character additions to Smash, so being a lame character from mediocre games with one of the most horribly timed character reveals in Smash history makes you pretty much the clear-cut winner. I had to come up with a lot of ways to say bad in that sentence. You may think that this video closes the chapter on me wanting to make fun of Corrin on a regular basis, now that I have more respect for their games, but it actually just gives me more material to work with. Did you know that Corrin has a servant that's also a tiny dragon? And even after she's permanently a tiny dragon, she's still in love with them?